Hello and welcome back to Funding McGeeda Jones. Today we're doing a recap of 2022, my spending, my investing, and savings. What did I do last year? How did I spend my money? I'm kind of curious to see what the totals are, and from those totals I'm kind of curious to see what is going to be the outcome and how I'm going to change my spending going forward in 2023. If that sounds like something you're interested in, stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. As promised, we're doing a 2022 year in review of my spending, my investing, and my savings. But before we start, I want to point out that I needed a beverage, a slightly alcoholic beverage, which is Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's the black cherry. And I needed a candle, which is I am burning today my Bed Bath & Beyond Sweater Weather candle. So hopefully this will be enlightening. Hopefully this will inspire you to do, if you have the resources available. I used Personal Capital to keep track of all my transactions on my credit card, keep track of my investments, my net worth, and everything. And if there's something that you're interested in, there's a link in the video to take you to sign up for Personal Capital. It's absolutely free. You're not obligated to do their investment, to talk to one of the advisors. But if you have I think you have to have over $250 in net worth, they'll suggest that you do it, but you don't have to. Everything is still absolutely free. But it really does keep me on track. I create custom categories, and that's how I'm able to categorize all this stuff for an entire year. It was very easy using this program. But there are other programs out there like Mint. I can't think of any others. YNAB and stuff like that. Dave Ramsey has a program. So there's other programs out there that you can use to track these numbers. But I would highly recommend that if you don't keep detailed notes on your own, look into doing an app that helps you track this, because it gives you a lot of feedback on what you did from the previous year, your spending habits, what you can change for the new year, what categories you want to spend or eliminate. It's a good tool to kind of do something like this. So that's my first suggestion. My second suggestion is once you go through this, really kind of look at how your spending is and kind of like evaluate things you don't need, things you can increase or decrease. And that's kind of what we're going to be going through in this little review. So without further ado, I'm going to take a sip of my beverage here, which is quite delicious. Okay, we're going to take a sip of my beverage, and we're just going to go ahead and start. So 2022 spending, we're going to look at the category and the overall total. And I broke it down. There's another number here that represents the average that I spent on per month. So it's not, that doesn't necessarily mean I spent that amount that month, but on average, that's how much I'm spending. So if we're looking at groceries, this is in no particular order. I think if I look at it, it's in order by the most spent in a category. That's how I pulled it off of my Personal Capital listing when I did for 2022. It put it in by most spent. So that's how I'm doing this. Now, keep in mind, this does not include my fixed expenses. So I have Hulu, Netflix, my cell phone, my rent. There's a couple other things that I don't cash stuff on this channel, and some of those things I don't reveal how much I spend in those categories, but those are not included in this. This is just variable expenses, okay? So these are categories I can make changes in, and I will be making changes in some of them. So there you go. And some of them I just can't. They just are what they are. But I will identify those as we go through. So groceries, for the year, I spent $4,091, which averages to $340 a month. And if you see my cash stuffings, I usually allot $200 a month. So I might increase that to, no, I usually like $300 a month. What am I talking about? It's like $300 a month. So I think I'm going to keep it at 300 and see if that will work. See if we can bring this down and kind of stick to this budget and keep it to 300. Okay. So for travel, now this is not representative of how much I spend every month on travel, because you know I don't travel every month, but this is how much I spent last year, and I just broke it down by $287 a month. Now, keep in mind, I don't know how long you all have been following me. If you've been following me for a while, if you've been following me since the beginning of 2022, you will know that January 2022, I had a death in the family, and I had to do some emergency travel just in the first part of January. And it wasn't a, we didn't know it was a death at that point, but we did have to travel, and it wasn't until late January that we found out that the person had passed away, that a relative had passed away. And in March we did another trip back to do the memorial service. So those trips are completely unexpected. They required airfare, like emergency airfare, hotels, cars, food, everything. It's like obviously there were emergency trips, so they weren't expected. So I depleted my emergency fund once in January, and I cleaned up pretty much all of my cash envelopes. And then I did it again in March, whatever I had left over, and we had to do some makeup. So that's where a lot of this money is coming from. And so I didn't basically do any travel except for the first 2 weeks in the first 3 months in January 2022, and then I went back again this last December to visit my mom. So on average, if I wanted to keep this at $3,450 or $3,500, it's telling me that I should save at least $287 a month. I'm going to have to figure out how much I really want to save in this category. So this is going to be something I go back and revisit and kind of make some decisions on what I want to save going forward for 2023, because 2023 is all going to be about fun travel, no side travel, and it's going to be about me going on trips that I really want to go on. So it could be short jaunts, weekend jaunts, whatever, but 2023 is going to be like all about fun. Okay. So the next one is eating out, and you know this is my nemesis, so we're not going to be doing too much discussing this, because I talk about this like almost every month, because this is my problem child. And on average, I spend $250 a month on eating out, in addition to $340 for groceries. So that is, what is that, that's like $590, almost $600 on food a month for me. So we're going to definitely try to reduce this. Con Ed, that is my gas and electric. I can't do much with that. But on average, I spent $142 a month on Con Ed, which I think is kind of excessive, because in the winter months, my bill should be pretty low. But last year it was not. So whatever. Christmas was a bright spot, because in Christmas, I had $1,100 to spend. I only spent $981, which averages out to about $82. If I wanted to keep a $981 budget for next year, I would only have to put $82 away. But I want to keep the $1,200 budget, so that means I'm going to still put away $100 a month for Christmas. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to try to keep doing that. And for the months that I don't make it, I'm going to try to make it up. Cell phone. Now, I usually don't cash off my cell phone, so you guys don't know how much I spend on my cell phone. But I will tell you that I am currently with Verizon, and Verizon I have, 4 gigabytes of data. I'm one of those people that I don't have unlimited data. So when I see all y'all out and about having long, drawn out conversations at the bus stop, and you're using your video calling, I'm just like, oh my God, you must be rich, because I only have 4 gigabytes of data. So I have to use my data very sparingly. And even with that, and I have a discount from my job, even with that, I still pay $81 a month for one line on my phone, which is incredibly ridiculous. So this year, for the whole year, I spent $968, which averages $81 a month, which just tracks because that's how much I spend a month on my cell phone bill. I don't owe any money for my cell phone, my actual device. I've paid that off. So this is just all fees. This is just all fees and data. I'm paying $81 a month, and I feel like I'm not getting what I need from it. So I'm going to be switching to Mint Mobile for the 2023 year, which should bring my whole overall cell phone bill down to $240 a month. Let's see. You know I don't know math, so I'm going to do this divided by 12. $240 a month, which will total $20. $240 a year. Sorry, $240 a year, which will total $20 a month. So, what is it? 968 minus 968. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. The lighting seemed weird, so I was trying to adjust it. I don't know if that helped, but anyway. Where were we? Cell phone. So 968 minus 240. If I switch to Mint Mobile from Verizon, I will be saving $728 a year, y'all. And I will be on their 10 gigabyte plan. I know I should probably go with the unlimited, but I don't really use as much data as one would think. And 10 gigabytes versus 4 gigabytes will be like, oh my God, so much data. So, I've gotten the habit of just preserving my data, and I'm cool with it. So, yeah. So if I switch, which will be this month, I will have $728 already pocketed. So, that's going to be on the plan. Annuals. Annuals includes taxes and how much money I pay in taxes, meaning tax preparation. And if I have to pay anything, if I owe anything on taxes, that's what's included in annuals. And I usually don't owe that much. What usually happens if I owe for the state, I get it back in federal or vice versa. So annuals includes, my Hulu, my Costco, my credit card fees, all the other stuff is included in annuals. And that totaled $1,411. And that's about $117 a month. So if I do 117 divided by 2, so it's $58 of stuffing equals $58 per pay. Let's do PP. $58 pay period. Okay. So there we go. Annuals is fine. Clothing, I spent $328, which I felt like I spent a whole lot more, but apparently I only spent $320, and that includes the refund that I got from my last shopping spree. So that's about $27 a month. I don't think there's not much need to be done there. I'm just surprised I didn't spend more on clothing. Fun, $317. I almost had as much fun as I spent on clothing. So I feel that's reasonable for a year. I feel that's way below, because obviously I didn't have any fun last year. I was eating all out. So we need to increase that fun budget. Birthdays. Now this includes my birthdays and family and friends' birthdays. It's about the same as clothing, so we're going to keep that the same. That's fine. Household. I didn't spend too much in household. I didn't buy too much for the house. And household includes like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, laundry will go into the household, anything like that. So $20 a pay period, I think, a month. Actually, this is the monthly total. $20 a month is fine. I might increase that to maybe $30, but we'll leave it in there. Now, Dollar Tree. This surprised me. I spent a lot of time at Dollar Tree, but it is Dollar Tree, so I mean, I guess I wasn't spending as much as I thought I was, and I was trying to be, I think because I depleted my emergency fund early in the year, I was just like, you gotta cut back. Like in my head, I was thinking that. So Dollar Tree, I only spent $241 for the whole year, which I'm sure if I was able to go back and calculate how much money I spent in Dollar Tree in previous years, it'll be exponentially more. So Dollar Tree, I was very impressed that I only spent that much money. Okay. Hair and beauty. I do my own hair. My hair is natural. I color my own hair. I cut my own hair. I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I'm not surprised by this. This is mostly hair products, coloring, conditioners, creams, and gels and stuff like that. I'm pretty below maintenance in that department, so I'm not surprised this is not that much. I did spend a little bit of extra money on perfume, not perfume, on some makeup during the end of the year, but nothing extravagant, y'all. So there you go, hair and beauty. That seems reasonable. Maybe $250. I might buy some more stuff, but whatever. Audible. Now, the reason I have Audible on here, and this is one of the expenses you don't see me cash stuff because it is a fixed expense, and it just automatically comes out of my fixed expenses, which I subtract before you see my variable expenses, which is most of this right here. Audible, I have a subscription on Audible, which totals $180 a month, which is, they take out $15. I mean, $180 a year. They take out $15 a month. So the reason I have this here is because I have a bunch of books that I bought on Audible that I have not yet read, that I do want to read. I just haven't read them. So I need to get through those books. Plus, I have 9 credits for 9 more books. So I think I could safely cancel Audible this year and do a reevaluation of next year and think, do I want to renew this? Are there more books that I want to get for next year? Will I get through all these books in 2023 that I have not read, plus the 9 I can purchase? I think I'm going to get rid of Audible this year and revisit this next year. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. That's going to save me another $100. I should have put a little asterisk of stuff that I'm going to save me money. So my cell phone's going to be revised. My Audible is going to get canceled. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And I will do a flip through of my personal bullet journal where it has just, it doesn't have any budgeting or stuff like that in it. It just has my personal stuff. So I'll show you my setup for that. But one of the goals that I have in there is to read more. So I think, yeah, we're going to be canceling Audible because I know I have at least 10 books in there that I haven't read, at least. And 19 books. I don't anticipate me reading more than 20 books in 2023. I just don't anticipate it. So there we go. Okay, candles. We know the situation with candles. We know my obsession. Sweater weather is holding on strong here. On average, I spent $11 a month. I spent $137 total in the year of 2022 on candles because it wasn't until December of 2021 that I discovered that I'm in love with candles again. So there you go. And I'm sure I'm going to increase this because, yeah, I feel that I need to nurture this obsession. Healthcare. On average, I spent $125 last year on healthcare. That didn't, I mean, I bought glasses and I did all the stuff from the previous year. My co-pays are paid by everything like that is paid out of insurance. So I didn't do anything outrageous last year. This is probably more, pharmacy visits where I got different products and stuff like that. But yeah, healthcare was pretty low last year, which was a blessing. That means I'm pretty healthy, or maybe I just need to go to doctors more. We don't know. So anyway, I still have I think I have over $300 in my healthcare sinking fund, so I'm not too worried about that. And I do have a goal of, I need to get new glasses this year, so we're probably going to be cranking up how much we put into this envelope, but we'll revisit that later. Meal plan. You know, at the beginning of the year, I had a meal plan and then I got rid of it. So this one is gone, but I just wanted to let you know that that was there and it's gone now. Okay. Now this is the sad one. And I was almost embarrassed to show you this. I almost didn't show you this. $65 in giving, y'all. I could have sworn that I'd given more, and I think I probably did. I don't know. I felt like I'd given more. I know there's some giving here in Christmas that I gave during Christmas, but yeah, this is sad, and I'm kind of embarrassed by it. So we're gonna have to increase the giving and add more money to giving for 2023 because I want to be more. I want to do more with that. Okay. So overall, my variable expenses totaled $17,852. And we're going to be making some changes to hopefully bring that number down. What am I guessing here? I'm just spitballing this. I'm throwing it out there. I'm going to say I'm going to bring this down by, we're going to bring it down to 15,000. 15,000 or less. So my goal is to bring these variable expenses down to 15,000. We'll see if we can do that. And some of it's going to come from eating out. Because if I can bring that down, we good. It's going to come from the cell phone. It's going to come from Audible. This meal plan is gone. So I have categories here that it's not going to hurt me too much to help bring this number down, but eating out is going to be the main culprit. Okay. So just a couple notes here. I canceled my meal plan. I need to increase giving. I need to cancel Audible because I already have 9 credits. And this, as I stated before, doesn't include rent, fixed fees, utilities, utilities other than Con Ed, which is a variable, in any streaming services. Travel, just so you know, includes Ubers, Lyfts, hotels, flights, and some foods and spending. So travel is not just the airfare. It includes everything that involved me being in that location for that period of time. Okay? We're going to spending. We're going to go flip over to my next category, which is going to be savings.